Suddenly, a voice came and said, "Hey, buddy, buddy!" I was like, "Huh? Huh?" And then, "Sorry, I forgot about you. I was walking ahead, rushing, and just visualizing killing people." I thought it was normal. How many of you fantasize killing people? Like in what ways? How? How? Like describe.
With the speed.
Yeah.
I've often thought about killing people. You know, always on.
How many blood?
How much?
How many bone crack?
I like it quick. It's usually on a bus or a train. Just people as I'm passing by, just like, you know, K-Fish stuff.
You know,
K-Fish stuff.
I'm gonna tell you a horror story. It's no joke, okay? See if you have another story more horrible than that. Okay, one time I was in China town. I bought a cup of bubble teas, right? And on the cap there was, you know what they put there? They put Hello Kitty. So it pissed me off right away. You know what I did? No, because I think that's copyright violation. No wonder they talk shit about Chinese people. You know what I did to the Hello Kitty? I took a straw and put the sharp end toward the Hello Kitty and poke her right at the mouth, or where the mouth should be. Because you know Hello Kitty has no mouth, right? Well, now she does. And I sucked the milk out of her. You know what's scary? You know what's scary?
What?
Of all the people surrounding me, no one knew what I was doing to that poor cat. The whole thing is like a silence movie, black and white style. Now, sometimes I scare myself. I will start watching cartoon at 12 a.m. As the night progressed, it got worse. And I will start to watch Human Centipede and Saw 5. I usually skip the 1 because I couldn't wait. Well, let me tell you what, another story. I have been a virgin for the first 20 years of my life. But ever since then, for the next 3, 6, and 10 years, guess what? I was still a virgin. Well, when I was 19, Google came out. No, when I was 19, did Google came out? Yeah, Google came out. By the time I was 24, I discovered what masturbation is. Thanks to Google. Oh, so that was that. So now, Guy, okay, I knew that you're also violent like me, okay? We share the same tendency. Let me question you. This is going to test your ability as a fighter, okay? 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 Do you know how to counter a knife attack? What's the best way to counter a knife attack? It took me many years of Kung Fu art practice and meditation to come up with an answer. You counter knife attack with a bigger knife. Baseball bat also work. Gun can work too if it's not too close. Okay. So, is someone taping me? Oh, someone is taping me. Make sure you immortalize it. Who is the first person to come out? Who have the list? I'm unorganized. I need the list.
Oh, he has it.
Muhammad Ali.
Wow, Muhammad Ali. Okay, before I call him up, can you show up? Who are you? He's not here?
Can I be Muhammad?
Okay, people, whoever going to host a show from now on, remember that name. Okay? I would highly suggest you consider it carefully when this guy asks you for a spot. Because of him, I kicked some people out. Some of the regulars, some of my buddy even. Like they asked for a spot, I wouldn't give them because I said I need to give the spot over to new people. So I guess. Oh, hi.
What's up?
Wow. I don't know what happened. Oh, is it too dark here?
No, it's fine.
but I can still see you, that's the thing. I'm not supposed to be able to see you. Because it's supposed to be all dark here and all lights here, is it? Okay, something's going on now. Okay, it's good. I can see you now. Because I'm blinded by the light. Okay. So please, okay. If it's not Muhammad, cross his name. Who's the next person?
He's not here either.
What's his name? What's the name of the second person?
Tyler Stein.
Oh, Tyler Stein. All right. Who is ready? Who is most ready?
Oh, that's
Okay, Ben Bankers. Okay. Are you hosting a show yourself?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I thought that would be an opportunity to introduce. Okay, Ben Bankers, I met him at Village Vapor Lounge. Is there anything else I can introduce him for? Nothing much. Nothing much. There was some hatred between us, but I'm sure it's temporary. Because I don't like when people ask me when they use the tough guy voice, like. It kind of pushed my button, remind me of my mom when she kicked my crotch, and I would just do this to dodge it. She never made it, but still, it made me kind of crazy. And then my dad pinched my nipple. Why would he do that? Sometimes I just okay, Ben Banger. So that's the flashback you caused me to relieve tonight. So Ben Bankers, please come up.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I.
No, I never.
Who are these people? Oh, hey, come up. Come up. Those are the girls I pranked earlier. No, I actually showed them an awesome magic trick. And who is this guy? Who are you? You're the good guy. Did I say I want to handshake with you? Just kidding. Alright, sit somewhere. I'm going to talk about my first kiss. It was 2013. October 26th. I remember that night because that night my willpower was weak. I was in a birthday party and I knew that if I don't do something, I would never get it. So I said to the people, a couple who were making out with each other, I saw my chance. So I said to them, why do you people make out with each other? Gross. Does it not smell like saliva? It's reverse psychology. Once the word passed on like domino, and eventually a hot girl came about, looked up at me and said, "Really? You really never kissed before?" And she looked up to me with her anime eyes. Blink, blink. And I was like, no, why would I ever do that? Then she pulled me down and we made up for a very long time. And she tastes very sweet. Just like the strawberry cake we had. I don't know if that's coincidence. And then she asked me, how was it? And I knew I had to play it cool, right? So I was like, okay, better than I thought. Then we make out again, just like I predicted. One time, I received a call. She has a very sexy voice, but with a very stern tone, scammy. And she said, "Is this Sidekick Low?" I was like, yeah. This call is regarding an incident that happened a while ago, and I'm Constable Charlene something, because white last name is very hard to remember. Too many syllables. No wonder you guys are bad at multiplication table. Even the 11, just 2 letters. Why do you use 3 syllables? The 11.
Too much.
Yeah, with Cantonese, I can sing every songs with the alphabet from 0 to 9. 306234030，3062477。Okay, that's just a sample. All right. So, okay, back to the police officer. This call is regarding an incident that happened a month ago. I was like, incident? Was she talking about the incident when I accidentally wrote a love letter to a 16 years old? Or was she talking about the incident when I made out with a 16 years old accidentally? They are 2 different 16 years old. So, but then before I blur out, confess everything, she said, I'm from the homicide department. I was like, homicide? Yes, probably has nothing to do with me. Okay, I'm good. And she said, did you saw murder on September 30th? And I was like, murder? Oh yeah, I saw a double homicide. That night I remember it very well because I almost got a threesome. And here's what happened. 3:30 a.m. in the morning, once again I was walking on Spadina and I heard some girl screaming. I was like, someone call the police! And naturally I'm going to save some ladies, right? I'm walking fast, walk, and I hear some loud bang. What was that? Is it gunshot? And I keep walking fast and faster because when there is trouble, I want to see. Get on my level. So I saw some guys, bunch of guys using baseball bat hitting some people on the ground, and I knew that if I don't chase them away, someone would get killed. So I have visualized this before. I knew this was coming, right? When trouble comes, you got to be prepared, right? So you know what I did? I had predicted it. I took up my phone and called the police just like I predicted, and run toward them. I don't know why I have this courage. I chased them away, and they were in their front car, trying to run away, but trying to run me over before they run away. And I dodged it, and I pointed the license plate number and tell it to the emergency guy, and they got away. But then one thing I regret so much that night is how come I never go back to the girl and comfort her? You remember the girl that said, right? How come I did the hero thing and never claimed the prize? But I heard later that some guy died that night. One less competitor. See, you got to look at it from the positive angle. Right? So one day they called me up and I went to the police station, gave a statement. The whole time the male police officer was trying to laugh, holding his laugh, right? And the girl, the woman officer was just as sexy as her voice is. I didn't get her number because I knew that with a male colleague beside, women usually play hard to get. And but I regret it. And at the end of the statement, the police officer, the male police officer, and me were both laughing. And he was like, "Do you know that someone died?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know. She just told me." I wish that if I die one day, some people would say a one-liner on Twitter, right? "Oh, Psychic just died! Hilarious! Ha ha ha!" Right? That would be a good way to go. Yeah. I thought about waiting for to redeem myself. I thought about waiting at the near police station for the woman officer, right? Just to get her number. But I knew that that would be misinterpreted as stalking, so I didn't do that. But never mind. So I told you about the murder, and And sometimes I wonder why the world is so full of suffering, right? As I ponder this, I knew why. Because good guy like me don't get to reproduce, but bad guy like them, they pass on the DNA, right? So they pass on the evilness in their genes, and then bad boys, bad guys keep popping up. That's why that's where the suffering came from. And I'm a good guy, and I'm faithful to God, I remain a virgin, and what's the point? I'm not currently a virgin, by the way.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. One time a gay guy picked me up, but that has nothing to do with my... has nothing to do with my virginity, okay? Okay, coming up is my friend. He has a very kind of popular YouTube channel, Kiwok TV, and he will tell you about it. And he is my buddy, and we do prank video together, and we prank those girls. And yeah, maybe he will tell you about it. My friend Kiwok, their boyfriend, like who are also homeless, got some girl on their own level, right? It's like everyone has their own counterpart. It's like soulmate, but where's mine? Did I miss her somewhere?
The cop.
Right? Huh?
The cop.
The cops? What about the cop? What does he have to do with it?
No, your cop.
My cop? Anyways, let's talk about something very racist. Okay, very racist. So, during Christmas, I've been thinking a lot in my room. I'm kind of a very imaginary person. I've gone through so much relationships up and down in my life you could never believe, and they all took place in my head. And after much thinking, I finally discovered I have superpower. You know what that superpower is? I was able to talk to girls and cause their head to play love songs. I just knew. And they usually play Forever, what? No. Eternal Flame and Dreaming of You. I don't know why a 19 years old would know those songs, but that's part of my superpower. Okay, what about the racist stuff? So, I'm a very existential person. I think a lot, and I do a lot of people watching. So I've been in the mall a lot lately, watching people. So in the mall, I found out that you're not supposed to look weak. Look vigilant, okay? Look like you're always ready for something. Because if you're not, some people are going to approach you. This is exactly what happened to me. I was in between people watching. I was sitting down, trying to take a break, right? And then there was a guy who came to me who is also homeless. He looked at me, scanning up and down, sensed a weakness in me. Perhaps my testosterone level was low that day. And he started talking. He was like, "You look too Chinese." And I looked away from him. Because whenever people say mean things to me, I just escape in my head, in my safe space, in the head. But this time it doesn't work. He keeps saying mean things to me. It's like, "Go back to China! Go back!" And then he spit on his hand. I was like, oh no, he's going to touch me. I better be able to dodge when he does. So I was watching him from a peripheral vision, and he kept talking, and then he punched me on the right arm. It happened so slowly. I keep watching the whole thing coming, and then bounce back. I was like, did that just happen? It didn't hurt. He's an old man, by the way. I was like, now I can't even show the police what he did to me. What should I do? Should I say something mean to him? As a comedian, I'm supposed to have a more funny comeback. You know, what he said was so cliche, like, oh, go back to China, you are so Chinese. You know,